forever to clean that little square. But the dust is a pain in the ass. So we're on the road again. So we're driving in. We've just gotten to Croydon, but we haven't reached town yet. We're looking ahead, and there's this big fire on the road. So it's never what you want to see when you're traveling, but it's to the right hand side, so hopefully it's not going to cause us any problems. Anybody ahead of us doesn't seem to have slowed down or anything, so it should be fine. What do you think, man?
I'll probably just burn it off, I'd say, this time of year.
You think so?
Yeah. So we're in a little town called Croydon, which is 150 k's east from Normanton, and it's a tiny little town, but it used to be a gold town back in the 1880s. They had a 35-year gold rush here, which took 23,000 kilograms of gold out of the ground in the 35-year period. So they're flat out renovating the town to attract the tourists, and they're doing a pretty good job so far. This is the next project for them, which is the schoolhouse, and that was the original schoolhouse there, built in the 1880s, and that's their next renovation project in town. So yeah, great little town. It's only tiny, but really tourist friendly. I've got a caravan park out of town at the rodeo grounds, which is big enough for probably 100 vans, and it's $5 a night. Got showers and toilets and water if you want water. So we were only going to stay one night, but we might stay two because there's a bit to look at around here. It's quite a unique little town, so we'll show you as we go. So this is some of the machinery that they used back in those days. So this was made here in town and carted out to the mines by horse-drawn carriage. It's what they call a mill, so those big bars up there used to crush the stone up and make it a bit finer, and then it comes out onto a table and they sort through it and get the gold out of it. And there's gold, lead, zinc and tin through here, so sort of amazing. It's amazing you think that they could make this stuff back in the 1880s, and it all had to be transported by horse and cart, or bullock teams and cart. And here's a steam engine. Portable steam engine. Be nice if that was real. So we just come out of the information centre in Croydon, and yeah, it's full of little bits of information and great displays and that. They've got a little 17-minute video you can watch, tell you a little bit about the history of the place. And out the back they've got all the old machinery on display, and some sculptures and stuff like that. So a kangaroo made out of steel chain and a few other bits and pieces. And, yeah, it's quite an interesting little town. Apparently they've still got a train that runs once a week just for tourists now, that used to go from Norman, which is just south of Normanton, through here to Georgetown. And Georgetown had the bigger gold refinery, so they used to take a lot of the gold down there. And then a few of the bigger miners here created their own refineries and did a lot of the work here on site. No recliner seats in this. Got all the important gauges in it though. How'd you like to be driving the 4,000 k's we've just done in this?
No.
Stick shift.
Yep. Got the pedals and everything. Got the brake. Oh, she's a bumpy old ride.
Miners hut.
What is it?
Miners hut. Veranda, bedroom, kitchen, dining room. This one's got a timber floor, it's flash. What did they do before they had corrugated iron? This one's even got a shower.
Ooh. You stand in it. Look, look, look. So we've come to the coffins are made on Jimmy, and he's trying to see if he's going to fit in there. And I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, I don't think they'll be able to close the lid. Might be the right height. You can just chop his feet off. Yeah.
Look, an iron.
An iron, yeah. Pig heads. What do they call this thing? A brander? Branding? Branding iron? You wouldn't want to have that branded on your butt, would you?
Toenail clipper.
Oh no, that's for the dentist to remove your teeth. Prisoner, step away from the bars.
Oh, me dinner. Oh, me dinner.
You haven't been behaving yourself, you don't get dinner.
And
Look, you don't need it.
a beer coffee.
Must be.
I come to visit him. He escaped.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So this is just on the outskirts of town in Croydon. There's a little like miners museum. They've got all sorts of bits and pieces here. So the town here over 35 years collected about 23 kilograms or 23,000 kilograms of gold. So quick calculations is that's 830 odd thousand ounces of gold. And at today's value, that's about $1.6 billion worth of gold. So no wonder this was a thriving town at that time. So this was a miner's hut here. It's pretty well set up. So it's got this big veranda across the front of it, so the sun can't get in at all. And it's basically a central hallway from front to back. And as long as there's a tiniest hint of a breeze, it's quite cool in here. So apparently the 3 generations lived in here. Dirt floor. Veranda out the back.